Hey, so we're talking about dog poo now and the increase in dogs, more people getting dogs during lockdown and more dogs are... It's not that there's more poo, there's just more dogs.
More dogs? Well, that means more poo, but it seems to be quite a few irresponsible dog owners. I mean, I think most people are responsible and clear it up, but a lot don't. Yeah. Emily Wordley, she's the founder of Somerset Poo Fighters, great name. There she is with her doggy. She's on a mission to stop this happening. Emily, who's that with you?
This is Alfie. He's almost 1 year.
Well done. And
hello, Alfie.
Emily, well done for you doing what you do. It's just a pity you have to do it. It must make you sometimes, you must be in despair or maybe even quite angry at how irresponsible some owners are.
Yeah, here in Somerset, we've been monitoring the issue for quite some time now. And since lockdown, we've really seen an increase in the amount of dog fouling incidents. And that's really sparked the sort of campaign that we've run called Don't Poop and Run. But when we're out speaking to dog owners, their sort of reasons why they're not picking up sometimes is because of the availability of bins, and they just don't see the health and environmental risks associated with it. So that's the reason for our campaign, to try and raise awareness of these issues, and that actually you can actually put dog poo in any bin. And not many people are aware of that.
Yes, no, actually, I didn't know that. No, I wasn't sure because I was in a park recently and I couldn't see the actual poo bin, but there was a normal bin, and I did put, you know, the poo bag in the normal bin, and I wasn't sure. I thought somebody going to come and tell me.
You thought you'd done something wrong?
Yeah, I wasn't sure about it, so that's OK.
Yes, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Here in Somerset, they go to the same place anyway, so yeah. It's just really to avoid contamination and the health risks associated. Yeah, to try and minimise the spread.
You've said that a couple of times, Emily. You talk about the health risks and the environmental risks. Spell those out for us, will you?
Yeah, so I know that Dr Zoe will speak about some of the health risks later on, but in terms of environmental risks, dog poo contains lots of harmful bacteria and harmful parasites, and one of the parasites you may be aware of is Neospora. So the eggs of this parasite can be found in dog faeces, and they can live in the ground and the surrounding environment for years to come and remain active. And if they're ingested by cattle, for example, these can cause them to abort, and this can affect them for the whole of their lifespan. Okay. And there's a misconception that you know, the rain will wash the poo away and it'll be okay into the natural environment, but actually it gets washed away into rivers and lakes, which can eventually end up in the sea. And the bacteria found in dog poo, 1 gram of dog poo diluted in 1,000 litres of seawater is enough to pose a health risk to bathers. And we're talking about bacteria such as E. coli and things like that. OK,
well, let's go to the doctor. Dr Zoe again on hand for this one. What have you got to say on this?
So, well, dog poo can contain parasites that can infect humans as well. So the roundworm parasites, you can get the eggs in the dog poo. If humans ingest that, and the humans that are most likely to are children because they put their hands in the soil, then they put their hands in the mouth, it can infect and it can cause this condition called toxocariasis. It's rare that people get severely unwell with it, but it can make people severely unwell.
Yeah, well, I do know someone who lost their eyesight.
Yeah.
Well, in one eye.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. I mean, and that is extremely rare, but it can cause blindness, it can cause lung problems, can cause liver problems, but it can cause mild illness as well, a little bit more commonly. Yeah. So really important that, you know, for children, that we clean it up, and to everybody out there, wash your hands.
Emily, another thing that I was giving off about, just this thing, do you see this where people go to the trouble of putting the poo in a bag and then they throw the bag on a tree, so the bag hangs on a tree?
Yes, that's really common. I'm not sure why people do that, because it seems silly to go to the trouble of bagging it and not putting it in the bin. And obviously plastic that in the bag can turn into microplastics, and obviously additional pressure on the environment. And it can mean that the poo lasts for longer in the environment as well. So all the associated health and environmental risks can continue in the environment for longer periods of time. So we do see this a lot, and I'm not sure why people do that. It seems a bit silly to do, but...
And so the Somerset Poo Fighters, we saw there you put a stencil, you know, it's environmentally friendly wash-away paint. So if someone's left the dog poo, you put the stencil. This is to get your message across.
Yes, yeah. So we carried out some survey work with our volunteers, and we're monitoring different sites around Burnham and Highbridge. And we counted the number of dog incidents on different areas around the area. And on weeks 3 and 4, we stenciled. So this was really to... the Don't Poop and Run is our campaign logo. And this was to raise awareness and to encourage people to remind them to pick up. But we also sprayed on top of the poo directly, and this was to highlight the issue to members of the public and to let them know that we're watching them and that it's not acceptable.
Emily and the Somerset Poo Fighters are watching you. Don't poop and run. Thank you very much, Emily. Your dog's obviously run off. Go and check. Hope you've got a poo bag in your pocket.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. And all the poo fighters and everything that they do. And guys, if you are a dog owner, you know what to do. Do the right thing. Pick it up.